What up? What's up, y'all? It is your favorite streamer. It's me. It's me. It's your boy. It's your boy Afro. I wonder where the first person wants to say that. Yo, it's your boy so and so. Someone had to have, you know what I'm saying, really broke the mold with that. But hello, everybody. I know it's been about a week or so since the last stream, you know, the whole Thanksgiving vibe, extended weekend, and the first official week, at least the start of the week of work. Chat, I'm gonna say this. Oh my goodness, do I love my job. It's the perfect amount of granularity that I could just nerd out for 8 hours a day. But yo, it's perfect. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good fit so far. It's a good fit. Definitely love what I'm doing. Who would have thought? I like analyzing data. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Wild. But shout out Fupa, shout out Johnny over on Kick. What's up, y'all? We're streaming on Kick, we're streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on Twitch, we're on all the things. If you're on the purple app, come to the green app. If you're on the green app, go to the red app. If you're on the red app, go to the purple app, etc. All that shit, right? But yo, I figured we got to get this done, yo. We have to get this done. When I mean get it done, I mean I want to sit here and talk with y'all through our plans for Gary. Because I want to get this thing done, like I'm hoping the next 2 weeks. Now, if y'all remember back, way back in like December of 2024, last year around this time, I said, oh, yo, I'm trying to get this last little bit done with Gary, and we'll be done in like 2 weeks. It literally took me 5 months. So I'm gonna try really hard to make our 2 weeks into actual 2 weeks and not 5 months. So I want to go asset by asset. I know a whole lot more about with the limited stuff I know about 3D modeling now that I didn't know then. I've noticed a lot of things. I think I'm going to take into consideration a lot of things, because I'll be honest, we're going to do the same thing we're doing with Gary on Dex, because I think I've realized that I have a major texture issue with regards to the LODs for one of our assets that I could barely be around in the city playing Dex for more than, like, basically if there's too much going on around Dex, I crash. Now, thankfully, it's just a me problem, right? It's not like it crashes other people, but bro, that's an issue. Let me get our audio at the optimal level. Give me a second. I'm pretty sure, isn't there an extension, or there's got to be some extension or something on Chrome that like lets you manually type in the volume? I feel like I've seen it before. I just haven't gotten it yet. But yes, chat, it's me, your favorite streamer. I want to go through all of our textures. Basically, what we currently have inside NoPixel is like a really kind of broken up and patched together version of this character. So the way it's supposed to go is you got a folder system that holds your drawable dictionaries and your texture dictionaries, right? And then you have a few other folders that kind of tell those dictionaries what to do or what to wrap around if they're a texture, right? Now, for whatever reason, and I think it's because the devs weren't aware of it and they're just trying to do their job as efficiently as possible, I had like, this file was bloated with textures that were getting referenced by assets that didn't exist. So I had a bunch of extra textures in there that didn't need to have in there, which is also messing with the YMT editor, which is like when you're in the store, it kind of tells you what slot, what texture goes in what slot. So I had a bunch of things that were looking for things that weren't in slots, that weren't referencing certain models. So like we had a bunch of shit in there. So that's the first thing we got to do, is kind of clear out the folder in its entire, not necessarily clear it out, but I want to go through asset by asset, because I think we're finally at a point where I don't want to add anything else to Gary that isn't like an updated texture. We've got to be done with the drawable stuff. We've got like maybe at this point, maybe like if we mix and match a bunch, we have over 20 outfits. So we have more than enough. We got outfits for being PD. We have outfits for just, offline Gary. We got we have enough outfits. Now that I have access to my file that was on the server, now we could really sit through and make sure each file looks perfect, because like I've got some files, for example, like this version right here that we have of this polo, which Gary wears all the time. You zoom in here and you're seeing, I don't obviously know the full-on term for it, but all these pixels, and I guess maybe it would be art or either noise or artifacts. Again, I'm not a graphic designer. I don't really know the technical terms for a lot of these things, but I know it's from, you know, saving a bunch of times, converting things a bunch of times. Because when this is currently a PNG, but you know, when you export, you have to export these. You can't export these as PNGs. They're exported as, I believe, DDS files. I think. Big 20 stream combo. I see you, bro. Okay, Mini Mart. So it's like I had to, and if I go through and if we go to PEDs and we think, I believe this is, let me see. It's a Gary one. Let's see if I could find it quickly. Might be Gary Cop. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe it's under Cop Gary. I also want to delete a lot of these things. Like, we don't need all this stuff. Gary Casual, Gary Goon, Gary Jacket, Gary Golf, Gary Officer. Yeah, this is it. So if we compare just this, it's pretty clear that this base version that is in GTA, that's untouched, that's the CIA sec officer from a cutscene. Like, look at the difference, right? Like, it's pretty clear that me getting my hands on it, I've completely degraded the file in my, like, incorrect conversions from, like, PNG, and then I probably did a whole bunch of stuff that I shouldn't have done. Now, again, like, there's a particular process, and when you have to, you know, export things and you save them, you can't just save this as a particular thing. Then you have to put it in a file. But then after you put it in a file, you have to then convert it into an actual readable YTD by converting it using either OpenIV or CodeWalker by dragging it into the directory. So, like, within all those processes, like that workflow, I definitely mixed up, like, just the overall quality of a lot of these assets. Now, I would probably, even though this is the base version, I'm probably going to go through and, like, kind of fix some of these. Thankfully, editing textures is nothing compared to obviously editing the model itself. So it's not going to be a huge issue or undertaking. Generally, what I'm probably going to do is, like, I'll probably go find the original file, right? Just, like, cut it from here and just paste it over here, right? Boom, just overwrite it. End of the day, all I really need, and you know what's funny? I'm seeing some small differences in, like, the placement of this. Like, I might have, like, moved this by accident in terms of, like, it might be slightly off center, like this version. So there's a bunch of things and nuances in the original files that I have to replicate. I basically want to do some spring cleaning, exactly like Stefan said, and I don't want the quality to be shit. I mean, come on now. So that's the long and short of what we're gonna do. Let me go back to where I want to start it, which is, I guess, really from the top, right? Let's go through the quick textures that I did find and I did add. We got some ones that we were, you know, you never know, we might need them one day in some form. So I got these cool textures that I found for free on, I believe it was, it's like some, like, it's like some database that all developers use. I think it's like EUP or UBP or some police related stuff. So we got some patches for our vest, which is really important. So we got that. That's good. I got them from Blaine County Sheriff. We also got them for a different version for Los Santos Sheriff. We got some deputy versions. What else do we have here? And then we have another sheriff version. So we started to slowly dial in on the different types of vests that we have, because the current version of the vest we had, like, the font just looks off, right? It just doesn't. There's something off about it. Maybe it's the simple fact that it's not a very basic Arial font. It just looks goofy, right? I could see if all the other officers were using it, but having a very basic, bold Los Santos Police like this, or just a simple police, I think is way better. But we have all this, and we have it as Blaine County Sheriff. Just basic sheriff. So then, like, you know, if I'm in a server or we're a NoPixel and there's a different kind of vibe for that season or whatever it might be, they might have people rocking the just Los Santos police. Or maybe they just might have people just straight up rocking, like, just police, right? Which I think I have just a police option right here. So we got different textures, at least for what we could ever need, right? For police related stuff. So we'll be adding some textures, and then we gotta obviously go through and remove a bunch. When we build our file, we're gonna be really particular and really cognizant of what's in there that shouldn't be in there. Cause like, yo, once you upload it and we get in the server, it's gonna be like a bitch to figure things out. The other thing is I gotta make sure that we're building this thing correctly. Like having the PEDS meta file. Pretty sure the file that we currently have is like built with like referencing the correct skeletons, etc. So like that's be the next big undertaking. But in terms of the textures, I have some of the main ones that I definitely want to change, and we're gonna go through these one at a time, likely, because there is current textures that I wear for clothing that are uppers for PD that we want to go ahead and apply this PD texture to. Now we didn't end up getting the exact texture, but we ended up getting a really close. You might not be able to see it on the stream, but believe it or not, this is like a deep navy blue. It's not black, right? And when it's applied to a model and the UV underneath it, it definitely gives more of a blue. I should make assassin vegetation in case. Yeah, you're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. I didn't think about that. I really didn't. I could try and find one. I think I might have. I actually think I might have seen one while we were looking for these textures. You know what? Let me actually note that, because that's a pretty simple one that I've seen before. Let's see. Cause we should have like a Marshall's one, right? But then it's like, if I have a Marshall's one, do I do FIB or FBI? Do I like? When do we stop it? I feel like maybe instead of SASM, we just get like a Marshall one, right? Oh, I thought you had a black square in your shoulder when you showed me. Nah. I try to get like, it's pretty crazy. I mean, I might have showed you an old version, but like it looks like a black square. I know, but it does have some tinge of blue to it if you like wrap it around an object, right? But yeah, it's a good point. We should get like Marshall, just, you know, because you never know. I did get Trooper, State Trooper in black and yellow, because you never know. So we probably should get Marshall, because you never know. I think the Marshall vests have SASM though. I guess the reason I wouldn't do SASM is because, like, you know, I play this character on other servers, and even more so, like, I have to be cognizant of like what season law enforcement's going to be in for NoPixel. They might be in a season where they don't use Marshall or they don't use SASM. So I mean, to be real, bro, I'm probably gonna have to get both. Yeah, let me put that in my notes here. Like, I'm gonna have to just find an SASM one or like make them myself. But like, yeah, you're right. It's literally just 2 more textures. The good thing about it is, like, we don't want to be built. We could add a bunch more textures, but adding a whole drawable, like a whole asset itself, that's where the devs are like, nah, bro, please don't do that. So we're lucky that we can get away with that. But then I found another version for Los Santos Sheriff that's in green. But then I guess we have to make like I don't have a brown version, or like a brownish kind of navy green. I guess it would be olive green or taupe, whatever it be. I don't know. That is more for a Marshall vest, because yeah, we just have the black version at this point. And I guess that in itself is just another texture, but man, that's going to be a humongous undertaking. Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to mess around with it to really see. So we'll keep those in there so we know. I also kind of want to start working with the decal overlays for particular shirts. So we have this jacket that's a DOA jacket, and this adds like surface level a surface level decal just along the edge of the asset, so it puts a logo on the shirt. Because if you just put it directly on the model itself, it gets stretched, it gets warped. based on the the triangles that it's intersecting with. So I'm gonna start to maybe experiment a little bit with this little decal on these jackets. I don't fully know how it works. I can see how it kind of works, but like I'm trying to think of the workflow behind it. More than likely, they start with the asset. Like for example, if I was to add it on this, that you probably like zoom into the area you want to put the patch, cut out a square. You know what I'm saying? It's because I was thinking that maybe I'd have to like adhere the whatever decal shape I make to the arm, but no, like I mean, the better workflow would be to copy this upper asset, cut the circle on it, remove everything else, and then have that be the decals like overlaid right on top of it. We'll just have to move either the Z, Y, or X just a little bit, tiny bit, just so it's obviously overlaid on top of the other assets. So, but yeah, I think that's all the things that like we looked through. We also have like this snow cop stuff that we want to do, but these are all the big assets that I think we want to change. But there's gonna be more. So let me go ahead and you know what I should do? Well, I'm in here. Let's make a copy of this, and I'm just gonna name this one brown version 1, and then this one brown version 2. I can't forget F2s to rename stuff. Brown version 2. All right, we're not going to do those now, but just so I know that they're there later on, because I want to know before we get into the YMC editor, like, you know, how many potential touches we're going to have associated with an asset. Like I got to keep track of it. And then once you get them all into place, then we'll go ahead and put them in the individual folders. I'll name them and aligned with our current like our naming format, and we'll kind of just go from there. But let's go through every asset, because as you could probably see, and you probably noticed for the people who watched you know, Gary for a bit, I definitely cleaned up this hat, right? Big time. Cleaned it up. There's some areas I'm not the happiest with, but I mean, I'm also looking at this in Blender, so it gives a real kind of pale, I don't know, it gives a really weird vibe of like the texture itself. It's gonna look completely up. It's gonna look better obviously in game, but we went ahead and we cleaned this hat up. But let's start from the tippy top. So we have an accessory. This accessory associated with, let me actually get rid of this. Let me get rid of everything, just so we can really see where we stand with things. All right, so this is part of the Snow Cop outfit. All right, which we're gonna have to go ahead and probably the first thing I should do. I think there's also I believe a J-bib with it too. Yeah, there it is. So a few things we're gonna have to do with this fit. I'm likely gonna use the old lowers that I have that are snow lowers. Let me see if I could find them quick. Oh, hold on. Instead of like, you know, re-rigging it and doing the weight painting again, like there's literally no reason to do that. We already have some snow pants that work, and we actually have them in a bunch more colors than the Snow Cop base, if I could even find it. Where the hell did I put that thing? 17, 18. All right, one sec. It might be up here. Wait, what? Okay, there they are. So what's good about these pants too is, like I said, we already have them with our character. These are already blue, right? So there goes one thing that we don't have to do. Obviously, we're going to use these blue pants as the base for like Gary's Snow Cop winter outfit that we're kind of working on. We'll end up switching the colors for this. What I should do first though is let's go inside each of these assets for this outfit, because you know it's going to be one. All right, we have no bones, no vertex groups. I think that's where the bones are, is all in here. Oh yeah, that's where the modifiers get added. Okay. Let's check the bones associated with this accessory collar. Got nothing on it. Check the other J-bib. We've got nothing on it. Okay. So there's no bones currently associated with these. The good thing about, from my understanding, I think, like, obviously these are going to be locked to... These are gonna be locked to a neck and a spine bone. So that's not gonna be a huge workload. I don't think I'm actually gonna have to do any weight painting because these are gonna be snapped and locked to like the sternum, base of the neck, etc. So there's gonna be no outside skeleton that's gonna like influence any type of any jiggling at all. So I'm not too worried about that. That should be easy. The main issue that we're gonna have now, I mean, listen, I'd like to get your thoughts on it. Part of me wasn't gonna use this jacket because like this is just for a cop outfit, right? We gotta think about versatility. We do have a winter jacket, but it's, I don't know, it just isn't the best quality, and I feel like this one might be a little bit better. This actually has some raised area for patches. We could redo this this flag. Obviously, we have to redo this. Part of me kind of feel like this might be a better base for that jacket. But again, the only issue is, unless I can go through and this is the only thing that kind of screams I'm a cop, right? If I could, which I'm sure I could, go through and detach the star, which I'm sure I could easily find a way to do that. If I could detach the star, then we should be fine, right? Because then we'll have two different models. We'll rig it. We'll get the weight painting. We'll have two different models, and we'll have one that's just regular winter Gary, and then we'll go from there. So we'll be able to change the top of these colors. Another thing I got to figure out is right here in this general area. So, like, just general weight painting right here. Because as it stands, when this person starts to walk, when Gary starts walking forward, if you don't do the weight painting correctly, it's not going to fold right here, right? It's the fabric's not going to fold under the pressure of his thigh when it's going up or down and he's walking or running, etc. And his legs are literally just going to clip right through it. Now, sure, it's not the most annoying thing in the world. That's how it currently is in the server, but just adding a little bit of weight on the lip of it, so it moves a tiny bit, it'll just look better, right? And it's just better quality in general. So we're gonna have to work on the weighting of this little area for the thighs, and probably for the thighs and the hips, because again, these pants were not created for interaction with this top. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. We're also going to have to look at the sleeves here, because there are times when obviously these hands might not have been, they're probably different than the hands associated with the snow cop initially. So that might be an issue. So it won't be too bad. Like those boots though, right? And these are pretty good quality. We'll probably go through and like, clean these up a little bit, because they definitely deserve to get a little bit of love. They definitely do. But yeah, I figured if anything, we'll add like, we'll add a patch here. Obviously, we'll figure out why this is turned incorrectly, which is pretty easy, because when you look at the actual file itself, which is, what do we have here? It's one of these, I swear. Here it is. This one will be fairly easy to edit. Now, I tried to bring in the current NoPixel one in here just to see like the placement of it, to see how it worked, and like we were able to find, obviously, where is she? A pretty spot on indication of like where this was, which is pretty easy. They said add a cuck. A word. A word. A word. But yeah, as we can see here, so you have a bunch of vertex groups already associated with this, right? The skeleton for the right foot, the calf, the pelvis, the hip, etc. And then there's also the painting. Now, I wonder if I have to do some painting on the, I'll probably do some painting on the pants and also the jacket, to be real. So that'll be interesting to see what we can do there. But yeah, so that's the first asset and then associated outfit you got to worry about. These shouldn't be too difficult. The good thing again is that we can make this a PD and a civilian kind of jacket. I'll just have to make two versions, one that says share, or three versions, or maybe four. I'll probably go with three. I'll go with four. No, it'll be just for Gary. Now, I mean, Fortunately, but unfortunately, like what I do would have to be converted to either an MP female or an MP male model because I'm an add-on character. So like anything I did would have to be rigged to that particular skeleton. So, but technically, you know, if I did make a cool outfit and made some edits and changes and updated some textures and you know, people thought it was kind of aligned with kind of the vision of what NoPixel wants to do, then yeah, I would definitely make it for the rest of the server. I mean, all my things are available and submitted to them regardless. But yeah. We'll go ahead and we'll bring that blue in. We should be able to make a cool little combo here. We'll have a sheriff version, a police version, then probably just you know, a dark and then a light version for like civilian related. So let's go through the rest of these because I'm gonna try and take some time to really go through these one at a time because I mean, as you obviously could see, talking through this is the best way to really figure out what we're gonna do here because there's so many fucking steps to this shit. I made yourself, you paid someone. So I initially started with making this myself, right? I did probably about a year and a half of doing it myself. And then I had help from the devs on NoPixel. A couple of the 3D modelers basically gave me like a crash course in it. And just kind of went from there. Yeah, the GTA server. Yeah. So I've taught myself a good amount, and I've learned through being part of like there's a couple 3D modeling discords that people are part of where they share knowledge and tips, etc. So you got to teach yourself. Unfortunately, there's really it's tough, bro. It's this shit is literally just teaching yourself. You know, you can get the basics, but you literally have to get in the blender and just kind of go from there. But I am at some point, as you guys probably saw when you're looking in the folder, I am going to be doing some shit for Carmine. I've already broken open his file. Because I know he wanted me to add some things to his character. So we'll probably add some stuff for Carmine at some point. Yeah, I am a people in the server. What's up, Nicolette? So that'd be dope if we get that going for him. Here, I might as well show y'all this. I ended up cooking this up quickly. Nah, shut up. Nah, what you know about fuck you know about Gary with the tats. Love it, dude. I love it. But doing it as a commission? Nah, I mean, it's just for myself. But for Karma, I'm probably just, bro, I'm literally teaching myself and learning from there, you know? Island boy ass. Wait a minute. Maybe Gary should get some Island boy shit. Hold on, let's go through the assets we're talking about, though. So, because we have a bunch. This, thankfully, is a really, really easy one. It's going to be one vertex right here, right? It should be the same as a bird. Let me check right now. We'll go to a certain bird. We got this one here. And look, it's got a skull and spine 3. Which spine 3 is like basically the end of this mask, right? We'll go from there. You put your guy in Blender and customize it for the game. So Gary exists as an NPC, and I had someone make Gary an add-on character to where I could start adding stuff to it. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, unmuted. It's a lot of fun doing this, but it does take some time. Let me just confirm that every bird has the same exact one. This one has a different one because obviously this is the coke dust or the white dust, the unknown white dust that's on Gary's mouth. Obviously, it's gonna be bringing in some cheekbones here, etc. Yo, what up, Easy? How you doing, brother? Let's see. See this one has a little bit more. It's got the head, neck 1, spine 3, and neck 1. Let's go find another comparable. It's gonna have the same one. This mustache. Yeah, I had to go ahead and pull in the actual lip related stuff because it's a lip. Had to. So those are the only birds that we currently have. But I think we're either gonna go. We're probably gonna go with this one because we have a few birds to add. Let me actually go through them quickly. We got This first one. It would make sense for this, I think, just be one locked to one bone and one bone only. It would make sense. Makes sense. Then we've got a hood, right? Just the hood. Now this hoodie is dope because it we got a bunch of different colors. We have so many different so we could do a bunch with this right here. I think though we're gonna have a deal with a lot of weight painting related to this. I think let me go check it out. So weight paint. So you see how it's all blue in here? That's not good. I think that means that essentially this is when Gary's running around and his head's going bobbing left and right or up and down, he's going to clip through it. And there's going to be no bend to the actual asset itself. So we're going to have to go through and paint the weight on it, where we would think things would end up essentially like intersecting with the mesh or whatever you would call it. So what I'm probably going to do is find, this is a multiplayer version of a hoodie that's up. I'll probably have to like do a couple trial runs to see how the weighting works in general for a hoodie that's up, but this might be a little bit of an issue because I'm pretty sure on Dex currently I didn't do the weight painting on it. And if you like quickly turn or even just like slowly turns left or right, almost doing a 180, his entire cheek kind of clips into it. Now obviously that doesn't exist with other hoodies or other assets because they got fucking weight painting. So we're gonna have to figure out weight painting for sure at some point, at least on this asset. So that'll be a good one. But what's good though is just there's a bunch of different colors associated. I think it's like 8 or so textures, of different colors. So we could use this and mix and match with whatever as a cop and as a civilian, which is good. So that's the hoodie up. Then we got a chain. Now I'm debating not bringing this one in. I got a couple other things that we're probably gonna remove because I'm trying to keep our file size the same, right? So chat, do we give Gary a chain? Like, what do we do? He cares a bunch of stuff with the Leo? Good shit. Do we give him a chain? Unfortunately, the only shirt that it works with is literally this shirt right here. It's just this one. Now this shirt has 4 different textures, right? But do we think it's worth bringing in a chain with a gold, silver, and platinum texture just to work with this asset? Because it doesn't work with any other asset. So I feel like if I'm like very particular with this, like we're gonna have to like remove another asset. So I just feel like I don't know, yo. I don't think it's worth it, right? It's cool to give Gary a chain, but like I don't think it's an item that stands out so much so we're like, oh wow, like something like a watch like this, like bro, come on now. Obviously, right? Obviously. Like, look at the bracelet. I mean, come on, Gary. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, blinged out. But yeah, I think we might. So I'm seeing nope. And then Boba says, give Gary a chain. Anybody else? What do y'all think? Because like obviously you want to, file size in mind. The only other thing that we could do is like edit the chain, right? We would have to go through, edit the curve of this to fit to other shirts. And again, I'm trying to like get this thing done. Say no chain. So here's what we'll do, right? Here's what we'll do. Instead of like removing it from the project, I'm going to just like hide it for now in terms of it for it being seen. And that'll be like our maybes. We'll just have our maybes like completely hidden from the like the renders from the global renders. All right, the hoodie. All right, so this is the hoodie. This is the hoodie down, which is the same fabric of the hoodie up. So that'll be easy to, obviously that's gonna be associated with any top, really. Now that I think about it, because the hoodie up and hoodie down works with anything. It's probably gonna end up being based on it. I would assume it's gonna lock to like spine 4 probably. What else we got here? Okay, so we have this this interesting tactical vest that Gary can wear. I do like this vest. Obviously, Gary he wouldn't wear this when being a cop. This is obviously not a plate carrier, right? This is just, it's just literally an ammunition. It's just for magazines, right? magazines and maybe clips in one of the pouches, like maybe. But I do want to bring this in. I feel like this could be a good outfit for Gary when he's doing civilian stuff. For sure. Would you get banned if you make a human with 1 million vertices? There would be no reason for that. The hell are we making GTA 37? But nah, they're very strict on the amount of polygons that they want for the modeling. So like, you know, if I submit something like that, I'm like, bro, what are you on crack? What are you smoking the rock, man? They're very particular, so they won't even accept it. But yeah, we do have this basic vest. Speaking of vests, one thing that we have to start thinking of moving forward is custom outfits that might utilize like one-off bits and bobs. Like for example, I have a jewelry asset, but I wouldn't use that jewelry asset in combination with this upper because this already has jewelry, right? And it would overlap jewelry on here. Sure, it would add some rings, but there's no need for it. And that ring asset is currently on a foot model. So like I could change that and assign it based on feet assets. So we have to find a few and kind of select, or even just identify, not even find, or just gotta identify a few outfits that are gonna have to be put and really mix and match asset areas that even get used. Because yeah, it's gonna be really hard to figure that out. All right, so we have, like for example, let's just go back a little bit. Like it's none of these. Obviously, this mask is going to be a mask, so it'd be. I'm thinking of all the 3 action commands that NoPixel uses, and a lot of other servers use. Right? They got their /M0 or /mask for the bird or the mask asset. They got the /hat or /H0 for the hat asset. They got /G or /G0 or /glasses for the glasses asset. They've got /vest or /V0 for the vest. And then the other one is just the / it's usually either scarf. It's usually scarf. I know NoPixel is scarf for the TEEF or the teeth asset. So when we're going through these, I gotta really start thinking of what assets I want associated with particular categories, because like for example, when I go on scene, I want to be able to put my gloves on and off, right? Because people currently don't do that. Now I don't think that people can technically do that on their character at the moment, but it'd be kind of cool for Gary to be able to do that, right? Just to add another layer of like immersion or role play, like, you know, maybe Gary goes to search you and he quickly puts on gloves, or Gary goes to search your vehicle, or has you at a traffic stop and he takes his vest off and puts gloves on, right? Like shit like that. Like I want to kind of immerse people in that in some way, because it is definitely something that's lacking for sure. So let me see here. The vest obviously will be V0, that's for sure. All right, so this apron, more than likely I would wear this apron, which we're probably gonna edit, and I might scrap it. I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? We're going through it asset by asset. Does Gary really need an apron? This apron could be literally a clean one, a blue one. It could have stains on it. It could have blood on it. Like, do we want Gary to have a prop that's an apron with blood, which we could technically use if we wanted to for like cooking Gary, or you know, or medical Gary, or serial killer Gary, right? Doesn't necessarily have to be for just one thing. Do we think it's a good thing here? 3-minute ads, that's crazy. Bills can't be that high. Hey, you must not have been on Twitch for too long. 3-minute ads are literally the norm. And I think 3-minute ads every 20 minutes, it's not too bad. That's what we do here. I know some channels be just pumping the ads. Pumping, bro. Straight up pumping. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm a little iffy on the apron. Little iffy on it. Chef mini art. Yo, imagine that. All right, so this bird, obviously, like, yeah, this is one of my favorite masks. I think it's just so cool. Hopefully at some point we can get Gary to be a criminal, right? Just so we could wear this mask. Telling you, 5.0, we have to start Gary as a criminal. You know, if and when we get there. Let me see what else we got here. Okay, here are the decals that we were talking about. I'll have to see, like, what's this, like what is this, right? Like, what is the substance of this thing? Like, what? I just got to get a better technical understanding of how these operate. And then we can start building them ourselves. But look at they're just pretty basic squares with like an area where it might be based on the model it's layering to. And then you have it's transparent and then your image on top. So that should be pretty easy. Those, I would assume, are going to have no vertex groups and they'll be locked to the actual place that they're at. So that should be no weight painting, I would think, as well. All right, so we obviously would change this from feet to something else. But that being said, I guess technically, obviously, we would change this from a feat to a mask item. And that's really it. Because obviously, we would use this. We would use this asset in very limited capacities, right? This is like, oh my God, there's like a chemical situation. There's, there was like one time that Gary's went on scene and they're like, oh my God, there was a chemical leak at the docks, and you don't have like a suit to keep yourself safe from chemicals or whatever might be in the air. Right, so we definitely could throw this on mask. I'm trying to think of situations where I would need to have this and another face asset on, and I just can't see it. The only thing that I could actually, I'm wrong, because I might want this and then like this guy right here or this guy right. Yeah, if anything, I'd want this one, right? Yeah. So I wouldn't have. This is the situation that I was talking about before. We're gonna have to find out. Once we really get to an understanding of all the assets we're gonna use, we're gonna have to see what assets are really part of just one-offs, because they're just gonna have to be built in like super funky ways to get the job done. All right, so that's that one. All right, we got Gary with the do-rag. Yeah, one thing I gotta do is I gotta see if. I mean, you can kind of just check it quickly right now. Looks like it's kind of flat. Not really. We're gonna have to find a way to, because I was gonna do a few textures for this one, right? You're gonna do a few colors, but getting a Gary with the PD do rag will be fire. And then the other thing we gotta figure out is, so we, aside from that, we also have, where is it here? Yeah, so we have these hats that were made for, to sit on that do-rag. So we're going to have to test and see, because I made some small edits to the do-rag to fit Gary's massive Cro-Magnon head. So I might have to go through and slowly edit the hat. Just to make sure that obviously we could have the hat do-rag combo. We'll probably keep the do-rag to hair, so that if someone punches Gary, it knocks his hat off and not the do-rag, right? So this might be part of maybe a one-off outfit. So we'd have to see. I don't know. See, this is gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough because there might be we're gonna have to find some base levels to care about. So if one asset has to be mixed and matched with 3 other outfits, or it's just not used. It's not. There's no reason to even do it, right? We can't be wasting our time doing this shit. Time is money, bro, and we broke as a joke. All right, let's keep going through these because it's gonna be done pretty quickly. All right, so this is just a medical cap of sorts. Pretty easy. I'm gonna set it as hair and lock it to the spine and the head bone. This is the fragment for the entire file itself. And then it gets into the stuff that we currently have, which I'm gonna get through these quickly. So, okay, we're obviously keeping these. Yep, keeping all of these. There's this vest. Gary needs a grill, bro. Imagine that. Oh, shit, son. I mean, technically, bro. Technically, right? I mean, you could easily throw that shit in there, bro. That's a great idea. Imagine that shit, bro. Yo, Fupa, imagine that. Oh lord, that'd be so good. And we could probably mess with the UV styles. Garrett's would do that to an unsuspecting sneakerhead. Well, bro, it's funny you say that because like we had Gary with some Jordans and other shit, but we gotta obviously get rid of them, right? But yo, there's Gary's piercing eyeballs just by themselves. If anyone's ever wondered why he's so crazy looking, it's because this is literally what his eyes look like. That's why he's so crazy looking. I mean, look at this guy. What the fuck? But yeah, we definitely could throw some bling on it for sure. All right, this vest. I want to quickly check this vest to see what's the back looking like here. All right, so we might be able to get rid of or get away with like a center logo back here for LSPD. Maybe something really small inside the square of this diamond here. Yeah, it's flat enough to where it won't distort it as much. Yeah, I see a little bit of, and then we could pucker it up a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna need to do a little bit of this. Now, one thing I will say about this, I'm pretty sure there's something broken with this asset because I've seen it when I played Gary. Let me quickly hop in here and look. I feel like like when I had him running, and it might be honestly the weight painting somewhere, but I feel like I've seen something broken when I was running with this. Like it was like it's like in here somewhere. I don't see shit. Let me get completely inside. Giggity. I don't see anything standing out to me completely. I mean, that collision is from those buckles. That's not a huge deal. I guess this is the best view right here. Now, it might, if I'm not seeing any, like, anything that's disconnected, it's probably based on a weight painting then, unfortunately. Which is not good. Just because I'm curious. Wait, what? Wait, maybe I'm looking at the weight painting wrong here. Sculpt mode, texture paint, no. Wait, what? Texture paint? Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what? Wait, excuse me? Wait. Wait, where'd I pull that from? Hold on, wait, where did I pull that? Where does it pull that from? Oh, we gotta look at it and see what texture paint is, because I'm assuming I can get inside this pocket. No, okay. See, I gotta understand a little bit more how conceptually these work. Yeah, I don't know where that's pulling that from. All right, maybe I'm supposed to be out of object mode and then directly into vertex paint. Yeah, no, I think it's edit mode and then vertex paint. Oh, who knows, man? Because I know I don't. Let's get a few of these undos in there because I probably broke something. All right, that feels better. All right, so yeah, we got to figure out on... Oh, wait, hold on. It's right there. Is that it? No, that's just a little bit of his neck clipping through, which is expected. Definitely remember this being an issue. All right, so like, again, the thing is we're trying to get away with being able to wear this as a cop. We can only wear this as a cop if we obviously get this all in blue and then slap a logo on the back, but I think this is gonna work. So let's go to the next one. And I think I have this in here. I do. Perfect. Yeah, we're just gonna undo, right? All right, that's the earpiece. We already went through the mask, which is good. All right, decals. All right, these are our gloves. Obviously, our decal. We'll be changing it from a decal to a scarf or the teeth. One thing that sucks though is that we currently have our teeth set as a holster, so we're likely gonna have to like really sacrifice having a holster on every outfit because I would much rather be able to take my gloves Like I'd rather be able to rip my shirt off, or take my gloves off, or take a vent on and off, than something as simple as that, right? I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be hard really categorizing these things, but we got to move this from decal to something else. All right, all this other stuff kind of makes sense though. Again, then we'll have to mix and match. I'm probably gonna get rid of this one. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of this one. Decal 5. It's just a simple lanyard, and the only texture I have with it is a picture of Gary as a security guard, right? So I think I think we're gonna get rid of this one. Maybe. I just can't think of like a reason to keep the lanyard, or what I could put on the lanyard now that would be kind of like an evergreen reason, or just something that would just make sense to have for a while, or even something that's funny. Like, well, what the hell could it be? I just can't think of one right now, so I might just get rid of it. Because, yeah, we're adding to things, so I think we'll just get rid of it. We'll put it as a maybe right now. All right, and then we're coming down to Lafitte. All right, so I think when it comes to Gary, the only thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to edit how the boot, a couple of these shoes, I want to edit how they interact in the ankle area with certain pants. So I'll have to go through shoe by shoe, pant by pant, in game and in Blender, slowly, steadily, methodically, like to really find everything that's clipping and tighten things up here and there, and then re-export that YDD. So that's going to be a fucking bitch for shoes, which I can't wait. All right, now we're at hair. All right. One thing we got to figure out when it comes to hair, again, is like the mixing and the matching of certain models. One thing that's going to suck, bro, is I'm gonna, and it's probably going to take the longest time, is we have to make Gary bald. Because I mean the cornrows, the ponytail, all those assets, they're just not working. With Gary not being, with Gary having a full head of hair or an ugly lump of hair. So we're gonna have to really smooth it out. I was messing a little bit with it last night, but I think I came to a consensus that like I'm gonna have to sit here and edit and bring in, because like none of these triangles are really connected. So I'm going to have to go point by point, piece by piece, and slowly bring these in, and connect the edge of the forehead with the just underneath the asset over here. So this is gonna be interesting. Oh, it might be broken. The mic should be good. Microphone check 1 2. Oh yeah, it was your iPad. Yeah. So that's gonna be fun figuring this out. Again, I'm not a pro at this. I'm definitely teaching myself, but there's so much shit over here. There's so much stuff and all these menus that like there's definitely a way to do it. There's probably several ways to do what I want to do, but we're gonna have to find the workflow that works for me in my current learning curve here, which is pretty steep. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to essentially flatten out this whole bump along with the curvature of his skull and have it feed essentially right underneath this layer over here. And then we could have cornrows, which will be sick. But that's going to be a bitch editing that face. Like, I got a feeling that it's going to take me a long-ass time just to go through and do this here. Go business in the front, rows in the back. So that's what we currently have, and it looks so goofy, bro. It looks as goofy as it looks. It looks so fucking stupid. I can't do it. I can't deal with it anymore because I wanna rock these, but I want it to look legit, And then once we have the combination of cornrows with the tattoos on the face and the neck, I mean, then we just living, right? Living life. For sure. Yeah. Oh, let me see if the homie Vigo's. You want any Battlefield tonight? Let me see. You text him quick. At some point, I probably should hop in. It's NoPixel. I'll be honest, it's not that I'm losing momentum or interest in NoPixel right now. It's just like, A, I want to get this done for sure for Gary. And B, like, I'm kind of focusing on getting Gary to PPO so we can start doing some other cool stuff with our other characters, right? I mean, I'm starting to slowly do things with Jacob here and there, but like, man, I want to dive in so deep, but I want to make sure we get this done. You know? No, I did not figure out the scalp. I'll just kind of clicking through it and talking through it with the homies just to see what's what. But we're slowly going through each asset. Okay, that hair will be fixed easily when he's bald. Let's see. To be a panty magnet, bro, especially when he got his shirt off. Just saying. But yeah, this hat looks fire now. I love it. It's very, very good. We cleaned it up super nice. The backwards hat. All right, those are the two heads. And then we got our J-bibs here, which is a variety of collars, etc. Which, you know what? I might get rid of this and another upper because, like, it only works for that upper in that J-bib area. So I might just get rid of it. Yeah. Might have to. Let me quickly go through the rest of these. Okay, that's for the winter one. So we'll likely we might get rid of this one. This J-bib here. Oh, see, this actually has a bunch of things on it. It's got neck one. It's got the R&B neck one, skeleton neck one. The skeleton for the spines. Skeleton for clavicles, left and right clavicles. A couple spines and a head. I mean, we're literally just going to copy and paste these vertex shoots to the other J-bibs that we need. It's got the same thing? No? Oh, this one has a different one because it's got the forearms in it. Now, I'm pretty sure we made changes to... Yeah, I believe I made changes to... I mean, I'm going to export both of them, but I had to go ahead and... There was some clipping going on with the wrist area. So I think I might have made these a little bit bigger. Actually, no, I didn't. It was the actual suit itself that we did. Oh, yeah, we got to change this from a J-bib. This is to go to, like... Honestly, we should probably make this a scarf. And we don't... The only reason that we don't wear this one is because it's a J-bib currently, and it's hard to even find a combination of outfits to wear this with something. Alright, so we'll definitely get that figured out. Alright, the fanny pack, bro. I think the major issue that I have with this fanny pack, and I would wear it all the time with Gary, is the back of this thing wasn't so chunky. I gotta fix this. Like, the texture's ugly in the back. It sticks out way more than it needs to. Example right here. Like, we need to slim this thing down. We really do. So, likely, I'm assuming... It doesn't have too much to it. It does not. Yeah, that should be pretty easy. It's not too many triangles. Yeah, we'll slim this thing in because that's the one thing that sucks. I mean, I'll probably just make it in. I probably could just cut it off. I don't know. It's just too visible. So we'll bring that in a little bit. Then we'll change it from its current setting, which is a J, but there's something else. There's like one or two, maybe three assets that we really got to be conscious of what slot they're in. All right, we can go past all the pants. All right, the vest. You know, I might get rid of this vest because, I mean, why do I have it? The only reason I really have this vest is because I don't know. I mean, and do I need this too? I guess it doesn't hurt to have this. If I want to go a super clean down version of like just the upper with the radio, with the actual belt accessory, so we'll keep that one. But I might get rid of this vest. It's super super basic. We don't really need it. It's the vest with the least amount of style to it. So I think we might get rid of this vest because we've got obviously this awesome one. And aside from that one, we've got this one. So we've got a bunch of different versions. And what's cool is, so this model, I think the YTD, the texture dictionary associated with this drawable dictionary, they're both the same. Kind of. Like, I mean, they're definitely similar, but I think it might be how it's actually wrapped around the model itself. But if you just look at these side by side, obviously you could see that obviously this quadrant's using the same stuff. But it just kind of depends, the back and the front, based on what model it is. But it does use the same texture dictionary, which is kind of nice. So I'm assuming it's the same YDD then, which makes sense. All right, what else we got? Okay, so there's another one. I might get rid of this one too. It's a cool idea. It looks nice. Either we get rid of it or because like I've literally never had a reason to have Gary wear this yet. And obviously it's embossed as the special FIB police, but we use a different texture for it. But maybe we do keep this one. It's not bad to have a badge for the hip, but we'll have to put it on like either an accessory, a scarf, or it'll be part of like a one-off outfit. We gotta really try and limit our one-off outfits though. All right, camera we're keeping for sure. There's the vent, and then we have our teeth. The only teeth that we should have is a gun. Yeah. So currently in this server, if we do /S0, we'll be able to take this on and off. You know what I should do? Let's log in. I'm gonna quickly log in and get a picture of the texture of an officer's shirt, straight up first person view. And just kind of, I want to confirm this S0, but it's the teeth. I'm pretty sure it is though, but I do want to confirm it. Because we're just about done. Now, all right, all these uppers. Now, I'm probably going to get rid of a few textures or I'm going to get rid of two textures for uppers, for pants and shirts for the grandma outfit. I'm debating on getting rid of this one, but kind of want to keep it just because, why not? We're definitely going to get rid of that stuff for the grandma stuff. We're going to add textures to this one. We're going to keep the bum outfit. We'll keep this fit, of course. We'll keep the lumberjack sanitation fit / construction. All right, there's one basic hoodie. We're probably going to get rid of this one. Yeah, probably getting rid of this. And also the J-bib. I'm going to update these big time because these shirts are super nice. They fit them well. But as you can see, I got to update these textures because a lot of this was like testing and I didn't notice stuff until it was already in the server. So we'll definitely update all these from scratch. This we got to do. We're going to do well with this one. This is like our go-to shirt. Same with this one. This has the DOA decals on it. All right, and then we're probably going to remove this. This is the base winter jacket. Probably going to get rid of this one, so let's hide it for now. CIA fit. We can get a few colors of this. So we're probably going to turn this asset. Obviously, it's currently a long sleeve, but we're just going to fucking slap a hoodie on this bitch. And turn it into a hoodie, right? Boom. I mean, I think it kind of works. What I'm likely going to do, though, is I'm definitely going to steal the texture / fabric from this top to put it on the bottom. Because, I mean, look at that. Look at the obvious difference between these two. So it's going to look fire. It's a pretty clean black that it has. And then we'll model the rest of our colors. Because a lot of these outfits, especially this one here, I'm likely going to be wearing this one a lot. As long as it's like, you know, got that PD color, man. That's all I really care about. And I know that's all the other cops care about. Does he look like a cop, right? That shoulder really matters. Does he look like a cop? Especially with his do-rag. Oh my god, bro. This would be so good. They were like, "Yo, does Gary have a do-rag on right now?" Like, I can't wait for people, like, the scenes to, like, go sideways because people are like, "Bro, what are you wearing?" Like, what? Be mad at me because I'm beautiful, dude. All right. Oh, we already went through this upper here. We did the hoodie. Oh yeah, we actually also added the leg. And this has, let's see what it has here. So it's got skeleton, right, pelvis, spine. We'll probably end up keeping this the vertex groups. These obviously seem spot on. So that's good. Got Muscle Man Gary in a shirt, which will obviously change this to a scarf or something. This is probably going to be part of those custom outfits for sure. Ooh, I forgot to load in. Bro, I hate when it does that. Here we go. Yeah, this will be part of one of the custom fits for sure. That's going to have like some sparse assets to use. We'll have this shirt in a bunch of different colors. I might make this like a fun shirt. Just trying to think of some things that we could put on it. Just some silly stuff. We'll find something. Oh yeah, we also have a beard. Not a mustache, but a beard we're going to try and figure out. This upper I think is great. And so is this one. I mean, like, come on, bro. Look at this shit. So it looks fire. The different versions are so nice too. So like, imagine Gary with this, with a do-rag and his tattoos and a fitted hat. Come on, bro. With his rings and his bling on. Like, come on, bro. Too good. And then we have our basic, just kind of smaller, slim fit outfits. So those are all the assets, right? We went through every one. The only thing we didn't look at was this, because we needed some sort of like a SWAT helmet. So we got that. I'll figure out how to bring in the reflective glass front. But that is all of the fits. Now, the one big thing with that cop fit, we get this cool hat. Definitely want to see what this looks like, right? We got to figure that out. This is just a helmet, which I figured, why wouldn't we have just like a bicycle helmet? Because why not? Or a motorcycle helmet. And then the lowers are just these basic ass pants, so nothing too crazy. But yeah, these pants are actually really nice. The jeans and the these are like pretty nice combo right here. The tan sneaker with the jeans, like it's pretty nice. So we found some really cool things. Yo, look at that tight waist. Damn, Gary, I see you. Damn, Gary. Man, that shit is tucked. That shit is tucked, Gary. But yeah, obviously this goes with this one or this one. I know, right? Well, they needed to do it because look, these are the tops it's associated with, so. But yo, you have to do some weight painting on these. Now, currently, it looks like there are vertex roots associated with this this model, but we don't want any of these vertex roots because we don't care about these. We care about ours that are rigged to our skeleton. So let's go ahead and remove these while we're here. Might as well do that with the other ones. I forgot to do that. Let's see the task. IG, upper. All right, looks like those are the only ones. No, these two. All right, it sounds like we're in. Oh, actually, you know what? We'll do this. We'll do the don't save. All right, there she. It looks like Vito's gonna be doing some red sec not until the weekend. So, do we switch over? Ooh. To some GTA, maybe some GTA roleplay type beat. We could. I'll be honest, Chad. Like, I only want to hop on Gary quickly to just confirm this stuff. And I don't really know what other else we want to do. I mean, I know I want to go live and just like kind of click around and see what's what on this, right? Yo, the weather's been wild, Zach. It's been wild. I just don't know how hard are we going tonight. Like, I was up until super late. I just couldn't sleep. And I didn't want to game because I knew it'd be up later. And I know what's going to end up happening is if we keep streaming like madmen tonight, I'm going to be up even later. So, Let me quickly hop on Gary here. We'll see if maybe someone's in the lobby. Anybody? 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 Yeah, I'm a little tired, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really am. Crystal. Always Crystal. I think I see Frodo there too. Yeah. Yeah, chat, I think what I'm gonna do, like, I want to get PPO so I can get out there on Gary officially before we really start streaming it heavy, right? Because it doesn't take too long. I think I have like only 1-2 hour session. I might go get that 2 hour session done now, honestly. And not streaming it only because, like, I mean, there's a lot of downtime sometimes, and sure, it'd be great, and like, but I don't know. I'm also very tired, and I know that I'll continue on heavy if I'll continue on heavy if I and be a complete wreck tomorrow if we keep going from now. So let's stop it before the addiction gets to us, right? And then maybe what I could do is slowly start going through some of this nonsense. You know what I could do as well? Let's see. I guess technically, I don't really need any of this stuff. Oh yeah, my goal is again to be an FTO, which I think would be a lot of fun. Be a whole lot. These are all drawable dictionaries for those associated textures. I don't really need those. Yo, shout out to big homie. Thank you for the 102 months, chat. All right. Tier 3, Big Aimzilla. Thank you, man. My guy. 102 months, chat. Bro. Chilling, man. Super fast ones tonight for me, man. I've been up so late. Been up so early. The first week of work has been... It's been wild. I'm not gonna lie. It has been kind of kicking my ass a little bit. Right? The dedication is real. He's basically a family member at this point. Right? He's basically a fucking family member. Like, holy shit. Yeah, man, it's busy. It's great. I'm loving it. I'm living it. Yeah, man, I'm so happy about that shit, bro. But what I'm probably going to do, chat, is... Ames, you going to be playing Ark? Little Ark with Vigo tonight? I'm probably going to end up watching the homie Vigo and Ames while they play. Maybe do a little bit of this. I just gotta make sure I get good sleep tonight, or I'm not gonna be able to sleep at all tomorrow. Just saying, dude. What's the badge behind the founder badge? What is that? Ah, yes, Pokemon Legends Z to A. Okay. Yeah. Love me some Pokemons. Some Pokemon. But yeah, just a little creative stream tonight. Nothing too crazy. I had a long day, but we will be back tomorrow. I think what I'm gonna do tomorrow, I think we might play either some Zomboid or some Manor Lords, and then get into some GTA tomorrow for sure. We put on the war. Oh, that's right. There's a new map for Warzone tomorrow, isn't there? Vigo was talking about that. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I can't do it to myself, man. What if, hear me out, NoPixel 5.0 has a GTA 6 map, just the map? They wouldn't do that. That would be insane, but I think NoPixel 5 is gonna have access to, like, GTA enhanced and also like a Liberty City enhanced. I think that's what's more likely gonna happen. That they'll release like Liberty City to be on their shit. Oh, it has to, Zach. It has to. Gotta do it, man, or I'm gonna be a mess tomorrow. Wild. But yeah, we went through all the textures we kind of want to go through. I don't have too much work to do. I will have to try and find someone though, and I think I have one person. I'm already starting to yawn, Zach, so I'm definitely going to sleep early tonight. That could help me with just the process of converting files correctly using OpenIV or CodeWalk or whatever, and essentially making your completed project, because that's what I did the worst at, is bringing all my assets together in the folders and then referencing them in the PEDS meta correctly, and just all the extra bullshit that I have to do. It's crazy. And Walter's on, you should egg his car quick. Yo, shout out to the big melon. Shout out to the big melon. Big Walter. I should, that'd be great. But yeah, chat. Hopefully we get the PPO set and all done. I'd say by next week, if not this weekend. Bro, he's the best, dude. He's the best reptile. By this weekend, expect us dipping back into the Jacob stuff. Yeah, big time. Because why not, right? We've been obviously getting on Jacob every night, just kind of chilling on that island, kind of doing our thing. Bro, tell me why the other night we're playing Jacob, either yesterday or the day before, and I guess they're doing some type of construction or something like on the outside in the actual Alamo Sea, right? So I'm on a boat. I see land. I'm like, oh shit, what is this? I hop on this random piece of land in the middle of the sea, and someone just starts shooting at me from like their main island. I'm like, holy shit. So I dropped one of Jacob's tech tools and just like dipped out and went to his island. Then what's her name? Charlie. Yeah, CJ shows up, has a little chat with Jacob. So like she must have like saw him, shot at him, and was like, wait a minute. Did they not notice that they got shot? I definitely heard the bullet whiz by me. It's crazy. Yeah, two people visited on the island as well. I mean, I've had a bunch of visitors, but people were just kind of like, who are you? What are you doing? Interesting enough, though, Zach, I have not met the other inhabitants of that small island. I just kind of been there, right? So we hit a few things in the trees on that island, and we'll just kind of see what happens. But yeah, hopefully by this weekend we can dig into the website that Jacob kind of is helping Benji push out there. But chat, thank you again. I appreciate every single one of you for hanging out during this short little stream. We got an ad that's popping up in about 1 minute, so we might as well just end it now, so y'all don't have to deal with that annoying ass ad. Shout out to the homie Ames, 102 months coming through with the tier 3, our one and only resubscription of the night. Solo Dolo. I'm Finter. I'm Finter come. They just like, I'm enjoying my solitude. Yeah, bro. Like, we were just sitting there chilling. People were just. I think I'm pretty sure that's what I told someone. It's crazy when they rolled up to me. Like they're like, "What are you doing here?" Like enjoying, like quiet, like what? Pretty crazy. But chat, let's see. Is there anybody live? Like, we could just end it and be a bad streamer and not raid someone. Be one of those awkward nights where I don't raid anyone, But yeah, tomorrow we'll be back for Shamo. As y'all probably seen, very consistent with when we're around. So between 5 and 6 p.m. tomorrow, we'll be back. Until then, chat, I'm out of here. Peace.